It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Dolphins and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And his pass incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and it slides to a halt. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. The return is Ward. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. He's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go play action with Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and goal from the 6. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Ward to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-7. This will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play action. Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown.
5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And again, it's Tagovailoa. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman.
The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, Hurts. And that's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Hill to return it. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Miami.
Now Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10, just shy of the 30. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Penny. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. Powering forward. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 15. And the Dolphin first down.
Tua to throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Tua going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make the play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he stopped immediately there. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now the third-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 15. 1:45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe get their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
This is caught by Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Throw caught by A-Chain. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles.
Throwing Tua. And it's caught. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Tua. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive and make sure you're smart in doing so.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Tua. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.